Welcome to the Gamer and the Weeb podcast, the only podcast that you can suck Dragon Balls. I'm your host, Ryan, here with my other host, Fondelio. What's going on, bud?
Dragon Ball, dude.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. Finally, talking about Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball. So,
Better than Naruto. See you guys next week.
all right. So let's talk about the show that we're always like talking about, pretty much in every podcast that we do. We always hype it up because you know it's the father.
Yeah, it's
the father.
OG, dude.
It's an OG stuff, and we're gonna talk about what Super should have done at first. Then we'll talk about the Broly movie that came out, which is amazing, and then we'll talk about what we want in the future for Super if if they're still doing stuff after the Moro arc.
Yeah.
Because I know how we're gonna go after this, being honest. But can I just say that first off, they should have kept the movies. That's it. Skip those two arcs should have been skipped.
Yeah.
Because honestly, in my opinion, I'm still seeing the movies as canon. I don't care about the show. I know it's the manga, but I'm like, nope, I don't care. Movies from here are canon.
What did they really change from?
Not really much. Just like the setting where it was at. And I know some scenes are different than others. Like I know Goku gets a hole in his chest in the show. When in the movie he didn't get stabbed by Beerus' fucking hand. But not much change, but I'm still going with the movies as canon.
Yeah, and the one thing that they really did change, the big change in the whole from going from movies to show was Blue. They changed it from Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan Blue,
I mean, but the one thing I do like in the show is that they explain how they achieved Blue.
Yeah.
That's one thing I liked about in the show, because the movie there's like, oh hey, psh,
Yeah.
where the fuck did you get that blue form from?
By far the lamest transformation until the Broly movie, because you look at it and you're like, what does it really do?
Yeah.
Because
it was on par with Golden Frieza. Yeah.
Golden Frieza pretty much bodied it, and then I mean, like Golden Frieza would have won if he had learned to achieve that state for longer. Like they literally said, like, oh, like his weakness is he can't hold that state for that long. I was like, that's it? You're just banking it on for that, huh?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like that's kind of one of the things I wish they never added in Super. They should have done more with the tournament that they had with the Universe 7 and 8. Should have done more with that, because I feel like they could have been. I mean, because Kaba had a good development in that one, and then even Vegeta himself becoming a teacher to Kaba, that was a good development. Piccolo could have done way more. They fucked over Piccolo again.
Yeah, get the shaft.
he got fucked pretty hard. But for sure, for me, Hit saved it. Hit and the Blue Kaioken saved it for me.
Which isn't even canon.
Yeah, Blue Kaioken Blue isn't even canon, which I'm like, wow, okay, fuck, whatever.
Well, one thing I think I really liked is what's the little purple guy's name, or the little pink guy?
Manaka.
Manaka. What I like is that's like a callback kind of to the original Dragon Ball with Jackie Chan.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was like he actually isn't stronger than Goku, but it makes Goku learn to keep like striving towards something rather than just be like, oh, I'm as strong as I need to be right now.
Yeah. And it's like I said, like they could have done more with the tournament. Like for sure, Piccolo would have had a fantastic fight against that Frost dude.
Yes,
but he should be Frost for sure. And then of course Hit fucks up Piccolo, Vegeta, and then Goku's the last one he goes against. Then again, Boo got shafted hard again, twice already in 2 tournaments. Because Boo has potential now, dude. When he got all ripped for the Universal arc.
Oh, he had to take a nap. Like, when did that all of a sudden happen? All of a sudden, he has to take naps. He's Lord Beerus.
Yeah. But I do like how they added Saiyans. Like, it's like same universe, but they added like another Saiyan. And Vegeta's like, oh shit, another Saiyan. And he was surprised at like the world that the Saiyans used to live in Universe 7. 6, that 7 still has it. Yeah. So then pretty much like Vegeta's like, oh, Fonto's like, oh, dude, like, what's up?
Yeah.
That's you my bro now, dude.
He's like, you my Saiyan, my guy.
Yeah.
What's up, my Saiyan?
But
Washington.
But I hate the ting on your back. Fuck that.
Dude, yes, that's one thing I thought was so stupid. But what's cool is that like with Kaba, his transformation was actually like a legit transformation, because Vegeta was like, I'm gonna go. He's like, once I'm done beating you, I'm going to go to your home planet and I'm going to slaughter every single person because you cannot beat me, because you're weak, because you're nothing, Mm-hmm. And then he actually, like, transformed. But that problem comes when he went to Kale and, was it Kale and
Kel and
Kefla.
Kaifla or something like that.
Yeah.
Because Kefla's the fusion.
No, I thought that was me. I thought that was Mia Khalifa. But
Fucking horny ass, dude.
but yeah, dude, I liked when Kaba went Super Saiyan, but when he went to teach the other ones, the two girls, basically, they were like, "Oh yeah, we felt like a tingle on our back, and then we transformed, and then they automatically went Super Saiyan 2," and I was like, "Okay, fuck Gohan."
No, and then I also don't like the Broly of their universe.
Oh,
I'm like, come on.
the Berserk.
Yeah, the Berserk one. Yeah, I'm like, come on.
But that's a call to, like, in my opinion, that was less Broly and more Trunks, like how Trunks had Super Saiyan Rage, which
trash.
I'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. But yeah, like, of course, like once Blue started showing up, like the Kaioken Blue, that's what kind of put Super back on the map again.
Oh yeah,
because like
hit for sure.
Yeah, because like I mean, because think about it. Like imagine like he's powering up, and you're like, oh shit, Goku has a new form, you know? But he goes Kaioken. I'm like, oh, it's back. It's been years since we had a Kaioken form in such a long time. So like, I remember watching in sub and like illegally, but I was
illegally
because I remember I watched the first 3 episodes when they came out weekly, and then I forgot about it, and then I was like, oh shit, look how much they have, and I'm like, they have this whole list. I'm like, oh dude, I'm very behind. So I started watching them, and then like when I got to that part, then he's Kaioken. I'm like, oh, bro, it's back. I got hyped as shit for it, dude. I was amazed. I'm like, yes, and he just destroyed hits time skip when he just like stops time and he's like, yeah. He's like, what the? That part was fresh, dude.
Fun fact though, the Gamer and the Weeb podcast wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Dragon Ball, dude. You think about that?
Yeah, it's true, because I started watching anime because of Dragon Ball,
and we only became friends because of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, because you know, Ryan didn't like me at first, you know?
I didn't like this guy. He looked like a pretty boy, and he hung out with all the pretty girls, and I was a freaking, like, you know, I was the new guy, and I was like, I fucking hate everything. And
which is funny, because I think he started working, like, a week after I worked.
Well, I didn't know that. You know, this guy had friends already, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
And then
except for you, Chad, you were my friend. So
no, and then I walked in with my Dragon Ball lanyard that I had on my keychain, and then he was like Dragon Ball, and he thought I was gonna see some like poser shit.
Yeah,
like
I really did.
Yeah, I watched Z, dude, and I was like, yeah, dude, I watched the original Z, and I'm currently caught up in Super. And then you're like, and we just say you're like, oh.
I was like, oh, so I said something like, oh, I thought you were a fake fan. Because nowadays, all the fucking wannabe anime fans, they wear their Naruto.
It was
and Dragon
before
Ball
anime was cringe for people. Like before the shit was happening. It was when my hero was actually, you know, good. Well, not from stupid. No, let me rephrase that. Back when my hero didn't have stupid fans. There you go. That's what I meant to say. And
you, Haikyuu, you're not. You can't escape from that either. That's a fucking shot at your cousin.
Oh yeah, she showed me a gay ship. I'm like, nope, don't do gay ships, because if there's no proof to it, then you can't do it. Sorry. It's like, imagine if Broly and Gogeta had a gay ship just because they fought and they had a little chemistry. I'm like, come on, dude. What?
Well, you know, there's a ship out there for Goku and Vegeta, so
yeah, but it's not as heavily as like how my hero and like
yeah, because they have.
It's like I said, if they ship Atadori with I think it's Magmui, the demon, the demon dog from Jujutsu.
Yeah.
If I start seeing pictures of them kissing each other, I'm like, no,
I'm done.
Nope. Actually, speaking of the recent episode, there's a funny part. I already see about like the whole the anime, but there's another funny part when Atadori was thinking of that guy. He was thinking of him, and then the guy was like somewhere else, and he goes, ugh, so what happened? I don't know. I just got irritated out of nowhere. It's funny because it got a laugh out of me. Like I was like, I actually laughed. I was like, oh shit. There's no anime could do that to me. But
back to Super.
Yeah, Super. So let's talk about like the arc that probably the first good arc of Super.
Well, in my opinion, it's a 7 versus 8 is good.
Yeah, well, it's good, but like that was kind of consistently actually good with each episode.
You want to talk about Goku Black?
Yeah, the Black
Don't
arc.
shoot this man. He's not
black. But yeah, like that's probably the first like good arc, because brought back Trunks that everyone's always jerking off of, and then we can see Goku evil.
Yes.
Like we never get to see that.
So a big thing though, this is where, in my opinion, you start to see Super's flaws. Like, the nostalgia of Trunks goes away.
Mm-hmm.
And
because he's not Goku or Vegeta.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because at first, he's trying his damnedest. I mean, at least he's trying Gohan.
Yeah, because like I think he fought him for a year before he actually went back in time to call Vegeta and Goku.
Yeah, and it's like starts to see the flaws. Like for me, what Dragon Ball Z has always done very well, and even to a lesser extent Dragon Ball, because there weren't that many transformations in Dragon Ball, but like there was this Great Ape, but Z always foreshadowed their transformations. It was always like, I mean, we get like 2 arcs of them whispering about Super Saiyan, and then all of a sudden, boom, Super Saiyan, and then you go, the next one is like Super Saiyan 2, and they're always constantly trying to improve themselves. We know it's gonna happen, but we just don't know when.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best foreshadowing was for sure Gohan's.
Yeah,
because his explosion of energy has been pretty much hinted at since the beginning of Z. Like the first arc shows his like how strong he gets when he gets angry. Yeah, and it finally comes to fruition like when he fights Cell. Yeah, and like that was probably the reason why people like that or would choose that transformation over the original Super Saiyan, is because since that had the most backstory to it, and it had the most weight building up to it, and the weight too. Yeah, because think about it, like he was planning on stopping at the Frieza arc. Yeah, and imagine if that happened. Yeah, then we would have. Then he would have built up Gohan's character for nothing. Yeah,
could you imagine him putting all this work into a character and then them not doing anything with it? Dude, that is so crazy to me.
I know, dude. Fucking Neji, Rock Lee, dude,
or Gohan, Piccolo. But like but in Super, all of a sudden, like it started with Blue, in my opinion, because at least with Super Saiyan God, we get a little bit backstory about it, and then Super Saiyan Blue, they were just like, hey, oh yeah, Frieza, you think you're strong? Boom, Super Saiyan Blue, and you're like sick. And then in the Goku Black arc, Goku Black just turns Rose, Super Saiyan Rose. And like they never talk about why his hair is pink.
I think that the reason why it was pink is because that's if you were an actual god. So yeah, like Vegeta and Goku have God Ki, but they're not gods, Yeah. And like I guess they're saying the reason why his is pink is because since he's an actual god, Zamasu is Kai, which is basically a god. Then that's why when he turns Super Saiyan, that's pink because he's a god. I mean, no, because he could turn Super Saiyan in the manga, but his pink hair is like the god form, like the God Ki.
Oh, the God Ki? Yeah. Which, I mean, they just did it for drip. Let's be honest. He looks so sick in the all black gi.
And then with like the light gray eyes. Yes. He does look fresh, dude. So, like, I mean, I saw a TikTok that was like, I don't give a shit what any of you guys say. Goku Black is the drippiest villain in all of Dragon Ball history. Like, I'll agree with that. Dude,
he does got the drip, and then like Frieza's right behind him.
Yeah, the Frieza's right behind them. Like, because Frieza also has like, because his is so simple, but so menacing though. Yeah, that's what I like about it.
And then Hit, I would say.
I also like Hit. Yeah, Hit, especially like the little fucking skirt that he has. Yeah, and then that shit looks fucking sick.
And then Cell.
Yeah,
perfect Cell though.
Or Z Trunks.
Well, he's not his jacket. Yeah, no. Or just fucking 17 in general.
Oh no, 17's Z and his super drip is crazy. I was like, I love his Park Ranger shirt, dude. That shit it's so sick.
I like when in the Buu saga where he's like sticks up those guys and he's all like, raise your hands, and they're like, okay. And he's, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's all, stick up your hands. They're all, sorry.
I like that.
But yeah, I just think like in the Goku Black, and then dude, stupidest transformation hands down in all of Super. Don't care. Trunks is Super Saiyan Rage. Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense.
And it didn't do anything.
Yeah, everyone was like, dude, he can keep, like, what I heard is, it was like a theory about why it's so strong, why it was able to keep up with, Goku Black for a little bit. And it was because of, I guess he was around Beerus and around, like, Goku and Vegeta so long that his body absorbed, it being a Saiyan, how Saiyan's bodies work. that his body absorbs some of the God Ki, and not enough to make it him Super Saiyan God, but enough to increase his strength by a little. And I was like, that's headcanon. That's not real.
It's funny because I kind of like the fact that, you know, like, because people be like, why is Goku and Vegeta doing this? And then Tori could be like, he's a Saiyan.
Yeah.
It's like a really good like fallback to like I remember the reason why. Oh, why does Goku's and Vegeta are never changing when they're kids? And he goes, it's because Saiyans never changes when they're born. I'm like, that's pretty cool to say. You know, it's like your fallback.
Yeah.
And then it's like the reason why Goku and Vegeta look so young, even though they're like I think 40.
Yeah.
Is because Saiyans don't actually start aging until like they're 80 years old.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Because imagine how old Paragus is.
Yeah.
Broly's dad. He has great fucking hair. He's probably old as shit.
And he can still fucking probably beat up all of
yeah.
Frieza's soldiers.
But I do like that how he has like the same thing to fall back on. Like, why does he keep me strike with every time he fights? Oh, it's because it's Saiyans those. Like, okay.
All right, cool.
But like
boost.
yeah. But like the Goku Black arc, of course, has a lot of dumb shit, but also has a lot of cool stuff into it. Like I know the Vegeta when he's handling Black was probably one of my favorite moments, and he's like, it's like you think you truly know the cells, but you don't truly know them. Yeah. It's because you didn't build them up, and you'll never learn to think like that clown. I fucking love that. Fucking
bodies him.
And he goes, "Why is such a power gap between?" He goes, "Because you're an insane imposter, and I'm the real thing, Prince Vegeta."
You know what would have been funny is like that scene reminded me of Team 4-Star a little bit. He's like, "Why is there such a huge power gap?" I wanted Vegeta to say like, "Cause I trained all day yesterday."
I was like, it's like push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice. No, I told you this last time that I saw TikTok and it was like stuff you won't get to hear in abridged. And one that really got me like deep down was when Vegeta does his sacrifice, and he goes, "Bulma, Trunks might do this for you," and he goes, "And yes, even you, best buddy." Yeah. Like that would have been so badass, dude. I probably would have cried for sure. Or
when they fuse into Vegito, they could have been like, "We, the best buddies, are now one." Yeah, that would have been so fresh.
Or if he has like a split personality, they like kind of like split in the movie. And he's like, "The best buddies." No, wait, we're not best buddies. Yes, we are. No.
No.
That'd be pretty cool. But and then also like
finally we get a villain that's not defeated by freaking Goku.
No, and then I also love his motivations. Like I really dig Black's motivations, or Zamasu's. That's really him. Like when the Elder Kai sent it back in time and was like, "Oh yeah, this is the world," and he goes, "Oh, that's disgusting, kill him." He goes, "No, you gotta let how the world plays. You gotta let it play out." And then the way he sees it is disgusting and wrong on how the world is at the moment. So what he wants to do is kill everything and then rebuild it. So I did like that motivation that he had. I'm like, okay, we haven't had a villain with the good motivation in a while for Dragon Ball, because Cell just wanted to fight, you know. He had Goku's motivations. Yeah. Frieza had motivations, you know. He wanted to be immortal. He wanted to be immortal. He thought he thought there was no one that was stronger than him, so he never really trained much. Boo had nothing. Yeah. He had absolutely nothing.
Even Beerus, what was Beerus?
He wanted a pudding cup.
Yeah. What about Frieza? But Frieza coming back, revenge.
Yeah, but I mean, I deal with Beerus that like he's not really a bad guy. Yeah. Like he's just doing his job. He's just a destroyer. It's just what he has to do. He has to destroy things in order for new things to get created. So I do like that part of it. But
yeah, he did have really good motivations. Very great character design. I will say though, kind of like for me, would have been really sick, and I think I've told you this before. So I think the biggest waste in Dragon Ball Super is actually Goten and Trunks, because in my opinion, it's just been the Goku and Vegeta show for so long. You know, like sure, Gohan beat Cell, right? That's when everyone was like, okay, cool. But then they completely ruined Gohan's character. Besides that one time that he freaking bodied Boo, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude.
He just
fights you.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, that was dope, but that was the last cool fucking Gohan moment. Don't care.
I know.
Piccolo hasn't done anything, let's be honest, until since he fought Android 17.
Yeah, we'll talk about the manga later.
You know, and then
by the way, underrated fight. By the way, Piccolo in 17. Oh
yeah, dude.
Underrated fight. And then like no one talks about it that much.
I like in the Team 4-Star again. He's like, you missed every shot.
And he goes, hell. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he's like, Did
crap.
I? And he's
And then he goes, Hell's on grenades. Oh, it's even got a cool name.
Yeah.
I love that shit, dude. Team Foresight, please come back, dude. We need you to do BoJack. We need you to do the Boo Saga.
So
Like we need it, and then we also need you to do the Broly movie. Like we need it.
If you don't do Super, can you just do the Broly movie?
Yeah.
It's so bad. But a cool theory about Goku Black, like I was saying,
the Goten thing.
yes, the Goten theory, like it was a theory that Goku never came back after the Boo, right? And everyone kept talking about how strong Gohan was, and he met Zumasu. Like somewhere along the lines, Zumasu and him met, and Zumasu trained him, and that's how he became so strong, and was able to beat Gohan, was able to beat everyone who came in his path because he always felt like he was like how they actually treat him, like he's underplayed, like he isn't Goku's kid either, like no one really talks about him, no one really cares about him, no one really pays him any attention. I thought that would have been a really cool parallel to our Goten and Trunks, how they're best friends, and in the future it would be like their worst enemies. Like that would have been so fresh in my opinion, and it would have gave Goten some actual like depth if like he actually got to meet Goku Black, and Goku Black was like, oh, I know you're the weaker me, and blah blah blah. Like it would have been cool.
And then he took his dad's name.
Yeah, or everyone just kept calling him Goku because he looks like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He never corrected them because like his dad never dad would have never visited him or came back to talk to him, so might as well give his dad a bad name, you know? So it would have just been cool to have Goten actually have some character development.
It also would have been cool if it ended in Trunks killing him.
Yeah.
Like, the Spirit Sword was pretty sick.
Yeah.
And then, like, the way he, like, split him in half, I'm like, that's a pretty cool fucking kill. Yeah. And then, of course, he's immortal, so he spreads across the universe, and then Zeno had to delete him. Like, that was such a shit ending. A shit ending to one of the first good arcs that we've had in fucking Super.
It would have been cool. And then they could have had, like, a cool moment together where he was like, I've seen us, or, like, maybe if Goku Black never met, like, Goten of our universe, or our timeline, he could have been like, I've seen us in other times and we're best friends. Do you think we could have ever been like that? They could have had like a little moment, like that. And it would have been, I think it would have been a way better story.
Kind of like with Batman Superman and the Injustice 2. Yeah. When Batman was like, remember what I told you when Lois was pregnant?
He's like, you already knew.
I was like, yeah, you already knew. I was like, yeah. I was like, that was a good time. And he goes, yeah. Like, I do like that. Like, they mourned for a bit until they actually started fighting.
Yeah. And it would have been the same thing. Like maybe Zumasu turns out to be, like, way stronger because he should have been, in my opinion. And Goku and Vegeta have to deal with Zumasu. And Goku Black's a little bit less stronger than Zumasu. But Trunks can handle, And Trunks' Super Saiyan Rage would make sense in this timeline. In my head. And they could have had, like, a cool moment, like, where, like, Goku Black, who is Goten, would have been like, oh, I heard we're friends in another universe. And Trunks would have been like, yeah, I've seen it firsthand. It's amazing. They're best friends. Trunks would have been like, you think that could have ever been us? And Goku Black would have, like, smirked and they would have fucking started fighting. Yeah. That would have been so clean. But instead, we just get Zumasu in Goku's skin, which I was like, this is low-key lame. But whatever. Because I don't even like Zumasu as a character, but whatever.
But I do like the sadness, though, because, he kills Bulma Black. Yeah. And I like how it's like, one of the last things she sees is one of his closest friends killing her. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, that hit home, dude. Yeah. from like when they first met in Dragon Ball to like now, I'm like, damn, that kind of hit. That really did hit. Yeah. But then also we get probably one of the worst rage moments to one of the best rage moments, which is when Black tells Goku that he killed Chi-Chi and Goten. Oh yeah, and he just went all like I like the fact that after he finished powering up, like he just zoomed through Zumasu. He's like, I ain't worried about you. I'm fighting my other half. Yeah. So he just pretty much skips Zumasu. He's like, fuck you, and he's like, wait, what? And he turns around and he's just going ham on Black.
One thing that I thought was cool as well is that, like, hands down, some of the best voice acting right there when he was Chi, and he's all ah! I was like, yes, dude. I remember watching that, like, fuck him up.
like the Full Metal bloopers.
Yeah.
When Hohenheim tells Edward, fuck him up.
Yeah. He's all, fuck him up.
So now we're gonna talk about the tournament, the Universal Tournament of Power.
And I think it's funny because we kind of had like the best arc, you know, in my opinion, best, like you said, obviously I have my problems with Goku Black, but he did have great character motivations. There was a lot of nostalgia type stuff that went on in there, like with Trunks. Back, I think it was cool that Trunks beat Zamasu, and it, you know, was an overall pretty good arc, but transformations didn't make sense. Now we get like a pretty good arc, not for Tournament of Power. It's like pretty good transformations that make sense, but with the exception of like one or two. But the story is just like, eh.
It's just fighting, just surviving.
Yeah, it's just a tournament.
Because there's two moments. Of course, there's a lot more moments, but like I don't know, the ones I have in my head right now is of course Vegeta and Goku when they're going against those triple Fox brothers.
Yeah,
I think that's an underrated moment because like, of course they had the little like triple defying beam, and then Vegeta's like, "You're pissing me off," and he just final flash, and then Goku's just Kamehameha, and just them two was enough to just overpower them like by a mile, and he just destroys them. Another good moment for me was when Goku eliminated the last person on the universe, and then as he was getting eliminated, the guy he eliminated drops his pocket watch, and it's a picture of his family. Yeah. And Gohan looks down at it and it kind of mourns a bit. Yeah. And I'm like, and then that's like kind of like shows, you know, like what they're risking for this tournament. And Gohan was probably the only one that actually like mourned about it.
Well, because like, he's a family man.
Yeah, well, but that too, but because he's half Earthling and half Saiyan. Because like I feel like the Earthling is more of a soft spot for them. Yeah. Because like you don't really, I mean, of course Vegeta has a soft spot for Bulma, but like, that's it. Yeah. Like Gohan would show it, Vegeta won't show it. Like it's just like little hints. But I was just about to say something and I completely forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay, so I'll go. Some of the moments that stand out in my head. Number one, dude, I think so underrated, not talked about enough. Hit versus Jiren, I thought was such a great thing.
It was, but I just they did my boy Hit dirty.
They did, but check out why. It's a great writing device in my opinion.
Yeah, because it's supposed to show you
like Jiren. You know, Hit was a dominant force and needed fucking Kaioken.
The battle of the bald boys.
Yeah, the bald king, bro.
Or can we, before you go on, can we just say his voice actor? I think it's Mercer. I think it's that guy's name. Who voices Levi and then McCree from Overwatch. Phenomenal actor. Like even though it's so cool. Of course it's all the same, but it like when he does do the voice, it fits the characters perfectly.
And then like Endeavor does such a good job as Endeavor, but in Jiren's skin.
Yeah, but I mean like
it was a good voice.
I thought but he also does a good Scorpion too. Yeah, because I never knew that was the same voice actor until like I remember when Mortal Kombat brought like an anime movie that was kind of recent. And then like when he was screaming, I was like, "Hey, that's Endeavor's voice, fresh." And then I was like, "Wait." And then I go back to the older, I think on MK9, and he was talking. I'm like, "Bro, that's Endeavor, dude." I never knew he was voicing him for this long.
Yeah, but I thought Endeavor's voice fit Jiren pretty well, even though I'm talking shit about it. I think it fit very nicely.
Yeah, but I do like his sub voice better though.
Yeah, me too.
Mostly for the screaming, because I thought Jiren's sub voice screaming was better than this.
I just thought it was more menacing, you know. But Hit versus Jiren, I really like that. Like it showed you how OP Jiren is and how much respect that Jiren actually had for Hit, because he goes, "Oh, that's like one of two that I was worried about," you know. So he was only really worried about like Hit and Goku in the fight, I thought it showed great, like, I don't know about character development, but great like character moments for Hit, that he was willing to like hold freaking Jiren down like that. Like he wasn't fighting to beat Jiren, you know, he was just trying to fight him to, you know.
But the thing is too, like, because you know you can't kill, so so Hit couldn't go 100%. Yeah. I feel like if he did, I think he might still lose, but he would not lose easily like how he did in Tournament of Power. I think if Hit was going full power and like trying to kill him, I think Hit would have a better fight against Jiren. Because Team Goku, I mean, like, remember with Goku, they fought for a while. the first thing they meet, he fucking killed him in an instant. He killed
Yeah.
Goku right away.
He's
So
like,
that's
"What's
what,
up, buddy?"
yeah. That's why I like to see it hit, like trying to kill Jiren and see where that goes.
Yeah, definitely would have been interesting.
Or it would have been cool if he was trying to kill him and then he got erased because he was trying to kill him or something like that.
I would have been sad. I would have been like that. I think they would have done him even more dirty if they were just like,
He's about to kill him and then nani.
yeah. But freak. And then another good moment for me was non-mastered Ultra Instinct. I didn't want to call it autonomous because Omen, yeah.
Omen Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, because people call it
Ultra Instinct.
stupid name.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Omen Ultra Instinct.
Fight for the glory. Live to. I was like, oh, dude, that song fucking ruined the shit out of that song, dude. I miss the cha.
Yeah, dude. So, but anytime he was Omega Ultra Instinct or Omen Ultra
yeah.
Ultra Instinct, I thought it was so cool. I really dug the design that it was just Goku. You know, his eye, like his eyes changed, but his hair didn't change. Like he the way he looked didn't change. So he kind of just stood there, like he looked normal.
No,
his first fight against Jiren was cool, but I really liked his fight against
Kefla.
Kefla. Yeah,
Well, because the
grind-
Kamehameha,
yeah,
dude.
He grinds on her attack and uses the Kamehameha, and then and then I think Whis says like, oh, if he knows that attack so well that he was able to use it, like. Because he only unlocked like the defensive half, you know, so he was like he was able to use it and be on the defensive. If he would have used any other attack, then he would have failed. But I really like that. And then,
But could we just,
Gohan's sacrifice is my last.
yeah,
one.
it is dope. But could we just talk about the fact that? So I see a lot of TikTok and Twitter is like, oh, scenes that broke the internet. I'm like, Tanjiro versus that one demon did not break the internet. It was trending. Deku vs Overhaul was trending. Like, the thing is, they trend, but they don't really break the internet. Goku and Jiren, first time, with the Ultra Instinct, actually crashed the Crunchyroll servers and crashed Kiss Anime.
Wait, are you talking about when he masters it?
No, when he first unlocks Ultra Instinct.
Okay, yeah.
Like, that fight broke, literally, he broke the internet, you know? Like, the Kiss Anime website wasn't reloading, like, it wasn't going up. The Crunchyroll, the stream servers just fucking crashed. Because so many people were trying to tune in on this fight, and this is pretty much the only fight that actually broke the internet. The others don't really break; they were more trending.
And I don't, honestly, like, if anything, what I always see, like you were saying, like the Tanjiro versus the demon, like the seventh moon or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I saw it on the internet. People were talking about it, and then same thing with Deku and Overhaul, but I still see to this day videos of Ultra Instinct mastered and versus Jiren. Like, I always see like people talking about that. Is because, like, listen, Dragon Ball might not have the best story, but it lasts forever. Yeah. Like, when an epic moment happens in Dragon Ball, it's forever.
Well, yeah, I mean, people still talk about the first time Goku going Super Saiyan.
Exactly, like, it never goes away.
It's a really iconic moment, and not just Dragon Ball, just in anime and history. I mean, just Goku and Frieza's fight alone is iconic. Yeah,
you know, you could watch their full fight if you're ballsy enough from when he lands on Namek, like his first fight with Frieza, all the way till he defeats Frieza, and it's like 2 hours.
No,
long.
It's actually 4 hours long.
Is it 4 hours?
4 hours long. Yeah.
Jesus.
I think I saw it was like and actually holds the record of the longest fight in anime too.
Jesus Christ.
It's actually the longest fight in anime.
Because, you know, I break that in my head. I break it up into 2 parts. You know, Goku.
This is the number one. No, and then it's crazy too because like I remember like how like because Goku wasn't really that far ahead. You think at first, and then Frieza starts actually trying.
Yeah.
He starts fucking knowing. You're like, Goku has Kaioken though. It's all good. But turns out that he's actually using it like little bits of it.
Yeah.
And it still wasn't enough. I'm like, fuck.
Uh-oh. I just like how in Dragon Ball, like, Goku doesn't listen at all. King Kai's like, don't go past 3. Kaioken times 3. Or does he say 2?
No, it's 3.
He goes, don't go past 3. Like, an arc later, times 20.
Or actually, yeah, no, I think he says don't even try to go past 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And
It's
then he used 3, and then he went 4, and then now and then he used 20 against Frieza, and now he used 10 while in blue.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm surprised this man is not dead.
Yeah, but look what it did to his body afterwards.
Yeah, he was like almost started cramping up. He's like, ugh, and he like fucking frozen spot and just fell backwards.
Yeah, and then they completely forget about that in the tournament of power. He's just like walking around as fucking Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. And then what pissed me off, this is what pissed me off so much, is they were like, oh, Goku's unlocked a new form. It's Super Saiyan Blue with King Kaioken. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, when he fights remember when the fucking Vegeta unlocks evolution or full powered Super Saiyan Blue, whatever you want to fucking call it, and he goes and fights Topo, and he goes and fights Jiren, and then Goku's walking with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken.
Oh, I heard that was actually Kaioken times 20.
Yeah, but I think it's either in the dub they go, oh yeah, like it's a new thing, like King Kaioken or some shit like that, and I was all like, this is fucking dumb. It's just Kaioken, dude. Like it's maybe like times 20 or times 50, but there's no King Kaioken. Like it's just Kaioken, which is my favorite technique in all of Dragon Ball, by the way. It's so cool.
No, and speaking of that, Vegeta's Blue Evolution was an first off, amazing Chris Abbott voice acting like always. Plus, I liked the reason why he went, because he was trying to keep Cabba's promise. He was gonna bring it back, and I'm like, still developing. Let's go. For
me, the only thing I didn't like about it is what the fuck is it? Like even in the Moro arc, they don't. No, tell you what it is.
I think Piccolo says it, or I forget who someone says it. Was like, oh, that's Vegeta, like when he's fully powered, like that's his full power, or like Master Blue, because like they at this point, like they still have Master Blue,
right?
Like they use it, but they burn stamina quick, and then they were saying like, oh, that's Vegeta, like he mastered the blue power, like so that's him mastering it, which is like, yeah. By the way, a way better color. I like that dark blue, and the sparkles. It's like his Super Vegeta form, and when he goes against Cell second form, he's all buff. It's like that because he kind of got yoked a little bit. Yeah.
But for me, I was like, doesn't he say Piccolo? He says like, is this what it's like to master blue or something like that? Like he's not sure.
No. Because Vegeta goes, oh, Jiren, this is my all. Like he says, this is all I have. And then I think Piccolo's like, oh, it's like he's tapped into something greater. And then I think someone else is like, oh, that's him and is like when he's fully powered or something like that.
I just didn't like it because it was like, there's nothing for this transformation. It was just like he did it, which, listen, I'm not saying it wasn't fucking epic, because I thought it was so cool, especially when he fought using that form against Topo, and then he does the same move.
It's crazy because he pretty much just pushes Topo aside when he's in God Destruction form. He's like, you're weak. He's like, get out of here.
And then like what I liked about Topo though is talk about like something that is so cool, like how he had the Hakai on his hands. So like Vegeta couldn't even throw hands with him in the beginning, and then he's like, yeah, I already figured you out, buddy. But then he does that fucking the same technique he used against Fat Boo.
It's an explosion.
Yeah, and I thought he died, dude. I remember thinking like, oh my god, like Vegeta just died, and I was so sad. But then, like, they used it as a really good development tool. Like, this is how far Vegeta's come. Like, a technique that would have killed him in the Boo saga is now just like a regular technique for him now. I was like, that is super cool. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, no, and then also like how his power exceeds Hakai.
Yeah.
Cause like I remember like Topo threw like one of the ball destructions, and he just fucking punched it. He's like, psh, and he just like shattered. He's like, Nani. No, then even like when he was doing like the explosion, and like the Hakai absorbs Vegeta, but then his piece too powerful to the point where like you see sparks coming out of the Hakai ball. He just explodes the Hakai ball. He's like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Don't you know who I am?
I'm the fucking prince of all of 1 and 3 halves.
No, and then I do like that little callback too to where when Vegeta's getting fucking mauled by Kid Buu so Goku could power up. I like how like Goku was like kind of like healing, and then Vegeta was getting pummeled by Jiren.
Yeah,
and just get coming back form. and coming. Yeah, and I like the part when he started grabbing Jiren's arm. He was like, and he just flexes on him.
Dude, Jiren. Okay, Jiren by far worst villain in Dragon Ball Super.
Wait, you can't really consider him as a villain though.
Okay, worst antagonist in Dragon Ball Super. He is the antagonist of that arc, but he had
Basic backstory.
basic villain basic backstory in general.
It would have been better if it was like, oh, just train like. You could come with something better than that. Like, I get it, you train.
Why are you strong? What makes you like?
Because like the thing with Frieza, like his race is just born strong.
Yeah.
Which is why he never thinks anyone's stronger than him. I mean, it would have been cool if we get some sort of thing like that. Like, oh, when they're babies, you know, they do this, which you know, like develops when they reach age 20 or something like that, and then like they do something. I don't know, something unique. Or like I would have taken anything else.
For me, it's like are you saying like Frieza's race born naturally strong, right? It trained like was it 1,000 years to master time skip. That's what time skip is what made him strong. Jiren, what's your thing? I'm strong. How? You just have a naturally high, like even Broly had a freaking reason why he was so strong, you know? And Jiren just didn't. He was just like, I'm strong because the story needs me to be strong. Like Topo had a reason to be strong. Like he was just strong for strength's sake, and it was like, wow, dude, like this is so lame. Like, you're so cool, like you have a good design, like your fights are awesome, but your motivation,
like I'm pretty sure you could kill him right now if you wanted to.
Yeah, right.
But who knows how actually dude, strong that guy is. What are you talking about?
You know who they say it is? Shaggy, dude.
I thought we got away with that meme, dude. That meme's so old now.
I'm bringing it back.
Like I see on TikTok, I'm like, dude, this meme's dead. Just let it go. Come on,
dude, bringing it back, dude. Until he's in Mortal Kombat.
And then of course, you know the Master Ultra versus Jiren.
Yeah, great.
Was drop dead gorgeous animation. Probably the best we've seen of Dragon Ball until the Broly movie came out. Dude,
best part of that is when all the gods stand up to respect him because he mastered it. I was like, yes. Yes, but then the crazy thing is Jiren bodies, like Loki at the end of their fight, bodies Goku.
Well, Goku beat Jiren. It's just that, of course, Dragon Ball things happen where something inconvenient happens in the last second. So
yeah, always.
But I mean, because some people say, "Oh, Goku didn't beat Jiren." I'm like, he did. He had him on his fucking knees.
He was about to just eradicate the man.
He had Jiren on his knees, about to erase him, and Jiren didn't beat him because Goku just got fucked up with the power. That's it.
Yeah, he couldn't handle it.
He couldn't handle it, so it just got away. After that, then Jiren tried to eliminate him, but Jiren didn't. I don't think Jiren won that fight.
No,
I mean, if anything, I think Goku wins that fight because he broke Jiren.
Yeah.
Not just physically, but mentally, he broke him. So I think Goku won that fight hands down.
But then the great thing happens. Okay, by far, like, look, I loved all the almost every fight in the Tournament of Power, but dude. End fight between 17 Frieza and Goku, against Jiren, is so sick in my opinion. I loved how they used all of their strengths, right? Like they used the fact that 17 has unlimited energy.
This is a hey, stay back and just shoot ki blast at him.
Shoot ki blast, and then Goku and Frieza went in there and threw hands, and then the ending where Frieza and Goku sacrifice themselves, but like Frieza is in Frieza's in his like fourth form, his like original final form, and then Goku goes Super Saiyan. So it's like the one fight that made Dragon Ball, the two enemies that made Dragon Ball are now working together to defeat one.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, that's so sick. And then it had to be 17, you know, be 17.
And I remember a YouTuber called Totally Not Mark. I always bring this guy up, Totally Not Mark. He tweeted a poll saying who didn't win the Tournament of Power, and then of course Goku won by a massive like amount. Oh, it's so predictable. Goku's gonna win. He always wins.
Yeah. And
then the fact that 17 actually won.
Yeah.
Like he was the only one. I'm like, oh, I bet you guys did not see that coming.
It would have been so sick if Frieza won, and Frieza was like, "My wish is to bring all the universes back." You know, because it would have been like you wouldn't have saw it coming, and it would have been cool because like it would have showed you how smart Frieza was. Like I had a feeling if I would have wished for something selfish that the Omni King would have just erased everybody, you know?
I mean, you see Frieza still developing as well. Like, even the villains fucking develop, dude. Like, when they asked Frieza, like, well, you want to be immortal, huh? In the Bully movie? He's like, no, that's boring. Then there's no point of fighting. I'm like, You say? I was like, I never thought those words would come out of Frieza's mouth.
Yeah, right.
So I like that. I like that about Frieza.
But one thing I do like what they're doing with Frieza is they're keeping Frieza like a villain, but also someone that like if Frieza realized that he can't beat him and Goku can't beat him, but they can beat him together, then that's what needs to be done. You know, he's not their friend, but he's someone that if that eventually the Nether tournament will come, you know, they need Frieza will be there, you know.
I think Cell would be a perfect candidate for an arc like that too.
Or I think Cell could actually be like a...
Because I feel like Cell will actually, you know, like respect the rules and he would be down for it, you know? Yeah. Since he has Goku, Cell's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. I'm down. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Well, Cell could be the strong... Like, he could go Super Saiyan because he got Saiyan cells. He can go Golden because he got Frieza cells. Like, he could do a lot. Like, they could do a lot. But that's what I was going to say. Bring up something made me remember. What I like is that even though I talk shit about the transformations, one thing I do like about them is that they're not all like Super Saiyan. They're all going their different way. Like Goku is trying to master Ultra Instinct. Vegeta has evolution. Trunks had rage. You know, even though I didn't like Rose was there. You know, they weren't all just like trying to achieve the same thing that one of them tried to achieve. That's what I think they should do with Gohan. Maybe Gohan unlocks like a mixture of his ultimate key and God key, and that's what makes him get stronger, you know, instead of just having him be fucking useless all the
time. Actually, let me bring up one more thing before we move on to the manga. Can we talk about when Vegeta was hyping up Goku?
Oh yeah, when he's standing there and he's
like, you're a fool. He's like, oh,
if you don't think he's gonna master it, you're a fool.
He's like you must be a bigger idiot than I thought you would. Just drop my chair. and then he goes, like, we Saiyans have been breaking our limits this whole entire tournament, so you wouldn't think Goku would achieve it in his next few minutes. And he goes, go on, Kakarot. He's like show us what you're made of, and is like and surpass to the domain level of a god.
Yeah.
Say do it, Kakarot. And he's like, and the fucking Ultra Instinct roar.
You start seeing like a cunt. Little. You start seeing like little Fisk go up against Jiren's like.
Blast. Oh, is he like this?
Yeah.
As far as freaking fresh, dude.
Dude, I was like, dude, that's so fresh.
What the fuck? All right, so let's move to the manga. I know I'm probably not the one that's caught up in the manga. You even read a speck of it, huh?
No, nope. I just keep up with it because I have a friend who doesn't ask me, "Do you care about spoilers?" And I go, "Not really." All right, let me tell you about it. If you don't know who that friend is, it's Leo.
Well, Moro is a good villain. I like Moro.
Okay, from what I've seen, so cool.
Yeah,
and his transformations by far best since Cell.
Yeah, because I like how, because when you first meet him, he's a really skinny old dude, you know, like he's very old. He's an old villain. Like this whole time in the whole show, he's been in the Galactic Patrol prison this whole time, and then he finally escapes and he goes to Namek to absorb energy to get back his like youth. So he was all old against Goku and Vegeta, and then they had their fight, and then Moro like finally absorbs like the Namek, and now he's all buff and like young. He looks fresh. I'm like, holy shit, he looks fucking dope. And then of course he goes around absorbing energy and stuff, and then of course they meet again for the second time they fight, and he recruits someone called Seven who can take people's powers for like and use it for I think it was like 7 minutes. So like he like if he grabs like Piccolo's neck, then he gets all Piccolo's moves and he knows them instantly. So he knows like his special beam cannon, his Hell's Grenade. Yeah. I think he grabbed Gohan at one point and he uses Kamehameha against him, and I think he can also use their forms too.
Oh, okay, so you can use like the ultimate.
Yeah, correct. And I think that's the reason why Seven was fucking him up, because he stole Gohan's form, the mystic form. And so like I think Moro's getting fucked up by Goku and Vegeta, and then he just grabs Seven and absorbs Seven. So that's why he looks like how he looks more human now, just with like horns and stuff. So he looks he's even more powerful. And then what's cool is, spoiler alert, Mirror, he's in the Galactic Patrol. He's a secret angel that no one knew about. Yeah. And he trained Goku to master Ultra Instinct. So Mirror showed up to fight Moro, and of course Mirror's going in on Moro. He couldn't fucking touch him. And then Moro like barely even touched his neck, and then of course like Mirror chopped off his hand. So like Moro couldn't really fully absorb it. But then when he was fighting Goku and Goku's master Ultra Instinct, he grabbed that hand that was chopped off, and he used it himself. So now like his black fur was white, and his like calves were white too because it had fur in there. So now he had Ultra Instinct, and they were going at it, and of course Goku was still like dodging shit, you know. And of course, you know, like since Moro was first time using it, like he was getting like really crumpled with power, and Goku was like, "You're an idiot because as I trained my body to withstand this form. It's like you can't just perfect it in the first time. It's not like absorbing energy. You can't do that."
Yeah.
And of course, I'm not gonna spoil the ending of that chapter, but I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen next chapter.
Yeah.
Like,
dumbass. Someone's.
If I did like if the way that ended, if I did that, I could not think of a good way to write myself out of that. It's like that difficult to know what you're gonna write next. It's really weird, but honestly, like this arc is gonna be long. It's a long arc, depending on how they do their pacing of the episodes, but. It's gonna be a long fucking arc, dude.
Yeah, it's already been like so long. Like,
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the My Hero arc we're in right now is
that one is
long.
like that's
all
probably gonna
7.
Yeah,
all of season 7 is
or maybe there'll be like a part 1.
Ooh.
Like season 7 part 1 or something like that, and then
I like how we said season 7 is gonna be season 6. Because we just got done with season 4, so the next season.
So next is the villain, right?
Yeah, 1 being the villains.
And then it's gonna be the A and B.
Yeah, the A and B are first, and then it's the villains.
Okay.
And then we'll get like, in my opinion, it should probably end around the time that the second I freaking forget this all the time. You know what did he just do with Night Eye? Hold. Work study?
Yeah, internship, right?
Yeah. So the second internship will be hopefully where season 5 ends. If not, it's gonna be the beginning of season 6, and then the rest will be like they'll probably end season 6 on a cliffhanger. Stupid, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hate when animes do that shit.
But Super's been doing a thing where they're actually trying to involve everyone now.
Yeah, which is
like
cool.
even though they get fucked up, but they're involved. Like Terminal Arc, you know, when was the last time we had a TN moment? You know,
right?
And
or
then
Roshi moment.
Yeah, and then the Turn Power had those, and then in this one, like they brought him back again for that fight. So like Piccolo has a moment, Gohan has a moment, TN, even fucking Yamcha has a moment, dude. Like he was fucking people up.
Yeah, he blows up.
But like I like that, you know, they're not just focusing on just Goku and Vegeta, which is, you know, it's of course it still is, but they're actually giving other characters more, you know, spotlights.
Okay, so in the future, if there is a future for Dragon Ball Super, but what are some things that you would like
Broly to come back, dude?
Yes, dude.
I want my man Broly, like, cause like at one point after they got really messed up by Moro, like even Goku says, dude, how are we gonna defeat this guy? Like I have no idea. And then Goku goes, wait, I have an idea. And it just cuts and he goes to Vegeta training on Yardrat. And I'm like, Goku's gonna go get fucking Broly, dude. I was so hyped. I'm like, dude, they're fucking bringing back Broly. Let's go. Nah, he's just training with Mirrors. I'm like, fuck. Damn it. Like, I mean, like, I had a feeling it was Ultra Instinct, but I was like, dude, a part of me was really excited. I'm like, dude, they're bringing back fucking Broly. Because even in the manga, like, after the Tournament Power, there's one panel of, and there's a story that happened in between, but that's for another time. And it's literally just Broly versus Gogeta. I'm like, this is for sure not the last time we're gonna hear of Broly.
Oh no, they definitely left Broly alive for a reason. You know, we're definitely gonna see him again, and that was another thing that I'm bringing. Like I'm saying, like it's cool that Broly doesn't have any of the same shit that Goku has. You know, he's not like, yeah, he's got Super Saiyan, but he's not strong because of Super Saiyan, or he's not the same strength as Goku because like he has all the same moves and. He's strong because of like what happened to him, like his own version of strength. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which I like. But one thing I would like to see besides Broly is the Saiyans from Universe 8, because I think they would be a really cool like a really cool arc if they went over there and just kind of like trained with them, and then like a villain like attacked them in their universe, and Goku and Vegeta actually kind of pulled like a Whis and Beerus, like, hey, this is your deal.
Well. Because I feel like they won't let them destroy it, but like they would like kind of chill back and let them do it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Let them fight it, but like not, you know, do nothing where they destroy the fucking earth and kill them. Like I'm
all
pretty
the
sure
Saiyans die.
Yeah, it'll always be good practice for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. And it would be cool if at the end of the arc, like, because I think by far the best new Saiyan is Kaba that they've introduced. No offense to the girls, but Kaba is
Dude,
super...
you're misogynistic, dude.
No, it's not that. It's just he
You're
has...
sexist.
Bro, Uraraka could be Bakugo, alright?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Dude, but he's in my opinion, he's the most interesting one because he is similar to
Like, he has Goku's,
story, but he's being trained by Vegeta. Like, he's an underdog.
and then he has, like, his outfit kind of, like, resembles Vegeta's outfit, too,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool, yeah.
So he's like a good mixture of Goku and Vegeta.
And it's like they're skinny, like they're not fucking huge and buff like all the Saiyan race.
Yeah.
It's actually like a skinny race. I'm like, it's a cool little like opposite of each other.
But it'd be so cool to see, like, you know, an arc there where you see actually Goku and Vegeta, like, let's say, like, Goku takes the main girl. What's her name? Kale? No, Kale's the anger one, right?
Yeah.
Kefla? Or Kefla is your...
Khalifa or something like that?
Khalifa, yeah. He takes Khalifa and he trains her, and then Vegeta...
Dude, I can't believe people are shipping them, dude. Goku and Khalifa. I'm like, come on, dude. Goku's fucking married with 2 kids.
Trying to purify the Saiyan race. I'm like, I bring it back, you know? And Vegeta goes and trains Kaba, and it kind of creates, like, their universes, Goku and Vegeta, you know? And then they end up just, like Kaba ends up defeating the main villain. You know, it would be a super cool moment. And another moment I would like to see if this arc happens, like the Saiyan of Universe 8, is the villain trying to blow up their planet, Vegeta, and Vegeta stops it. And he goes, not again, or something like that.
Well, because actually there is no planet Vegeta in there. It's Planet Sadal, which I guess the Saiyans used to live in a planet called Planet Sadal first, and then they took over a planet and then named the planet Vegeta, and then that's what Vegeta was shocked when he's like, oh wait, that planet's still there? I'm like, ours got blown up. But and then also I like how the Saiyans are like actually nice people.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's what I mean. Like, I just want an arc there. Like, I think we need an arc there for personally Vegeta.
Even if it's just like an OVA or like something else, you know, that'd be pretty cool.
Definitely.
But I want more Broly, man. You got any more Brolys in there somewhere?
The friggin' Dave Chappelle. You guys got any more Brolys?
And then also for sure, I want the animation to come back. Which it's gonna be super expensive. I know that for sure. But like, I would love them to keep that animation though. I mean, One Piece is doing it right now.
It looks so clean, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It looks, in my opinion, the Broly movie looked way better than a lot of the shit that Super had.
Well,
especially in the beginning.
Because they threw in a mixture of nostalgia plus new stuff.
Yeah, it looks good.
So like the way they were drawn, it was like they're old school. I'm like, dude, I'm getting some nostalgia shit for this, dude. Like, I like it a lot.
Crying and shit.
Yeah, dude. And I just want to say that the theater that me and Ryan went to go watch it was a shit theater, dude. Like, no one. The only time people actually got hyped was when Vegeta went God. But other than that, me and Ryan were the only ones like screaming and like, oh dude, oh my god.
Yeah, we literally sat next to like a dude, like the people we sat next to, I talked to, I was like, oh, you're like a Dragon Ball fan? He's like, oh, I used to watch it when I was a kid. I was like, this man's gonna have, I was like, oh, do you watch Super? And he's all, no. I was like, oh, this guy's not, he's not gonna know anything.
Yeah, he's like, why is his hair red? Why is it blue? He's like, bro, what the hell?
Yeah, and then he went with his girlfriend, and I was like, oh, she watches Dragon Ball too? And he's like, never seen it.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my god. This theater I saw, Resurrection Evan, it was fucking in Ontario Mills, California.
Yeah, because Riverside, fuck you, Riverside. You guys had went to Tyler Mall, dude, to the AMC there. It was shit.
Dude, this was like when I saw the theater I saw it in, like I bought tickets for it, and I didn't think they were gonna be like anything like, you know, I didn't think when I picked it, because you know you select your seats at AMC, it was like, oh, balcony. And I was like, balcony? It was like a 2-story fucking theater, and every seat was packed, and there was like people in costume on the lower floor. Like one was Great Saiyaman. I was like, loser. But
that's the original I am here.
Yeah. And then they have fucking 2 things happened that was cool. Is they had the Metal Frieza song when Frieza. Yeah, dude. When Frieza showed up, it's badass. When it started playing, I was like, yo, this is so cool. And then another one, there was this guy there.
I remember you talking about that.
And he could like do like some of the voices there, and he would do like Krillin. He was like, hey, tell me I won't stand up and do a Krillin voice right now. And I never met the guy, and I was like, you won't stand up and do like a Krillin voice? And he got up and just fucking screamed like he screamed some line as Krillin and I was dying laughing. He kept screaming like as different, like I think he did one as like Hercule, and he's like, Hercule's here, and I was like, dude, like this is so cool. And everyone like when Goku like stopped and he was all like smirked, he's like, I'll show you like to go beyond a god. And he went Super Saiyan Blue. The theater fucking exploded, and everyone was like, "Ah!" And I was like, "Yes, dude!" And I went with, I didn't know Leo this time, but the guy I went with, like, he knew Dragon Ball, but he wasn't like as a big a Dragon Ball fan as me and Leo are. So he was just like, "Oh, cool." And I was like, "Oh!" I was like literally standing up in the seat, like, "Yes!" I was so hyped. Yeah, we need another Dragon Ball movie.
Yeah. I mean, we'll do another podcast and we'll actually talk about just the Broly movie, because there's a lot of stuff we could talk about the Broly movie. There's many things that
it deserves its own podcast. Yeah, for sure.
Like
comparing the original, just the original, not Second Coming or fucking Bio Broly.
Yeah, because like Broly was good, Second Coming was better. Bio was just shit.
Bio was horrible. They should never have ever.
Like you know, it's like, oh, dude, they like Broly, but how to bring him back? He's dead already. Just make some doctor have some kind of cells him and just make him Bio. I'm like, man, you guys are really struggling for that one, weren't you?
Yeah, you're really looking. Huh?
I feel like the story's kind of fell down after BoJack. It kind of started falling down.
Whoa. Oh yeah.
Because then Broly kind of picked up a little bit, but then of course started going down again. Wrath of the Dragon was pretty good. Like I liked Tapion.
Yeah, but
I thought he was a good character, but
Tapion. I mean,
he didn't really have much in that movie. But of course, it's Goku.
Dragon, lame villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and then of course, Fusion Reborn is probably one of the best ones since BoJack.
I watched like Team 4-Star does like a ranking, like a 12 days of DBZ for Christmas and shit, and they did one about the movies. And they they went in on, they were like, Broly, like as like the original Broly, like as good as it is, like it's not good.
If you really look into it, it makes no sense.
Yeah,
because like Broly's motivations and the reason why he hates Kakarot was just retarded.
He cried as
like
a baby. That's
so stupid, which is why I like the new one, because he doesn't really have a hatred for Goku. It's more towards Vegeta.
Yeah, it made sense. It's like, oh, let's see, I don't like Goku because he cried as a baby, but Vegeta's dad tried to execute me, but I still hate Goku more.
No fucking sense, you know. Like I like the Team Force when he's like, I hated you. Broly hates Goku Kakarot, but I hated you. He goes, but didn't my father try to kill him? It's like, oh no, like, yeah, but I hate you. And he goes, he's like, he hates Goku Kakarot because he cried, like, a lot. And he goes, but that's so dumb. But he's so cool. But that's so dumb.
Dude, I just like how like the disrespect. They were like, why were they next to each other? Like they put the strongest baby next to the weakest one.
Like, so dumb. But yeah, we need more Broly. That's all.
All right, but this has been the Gamer in the Weeb podcast, the only podcast that you can suck Dragon Balls. Thank you very much.